Well, I've done discrimination and retaliation in civil rights work, so the discrimination and retaliation as it relates to employment, but I've also done civil rights work for pretty much my entire 18-year career. And several years ago, I had a client who is a transgender individual, and we realized that it was a very difficult path for a case that involved pretty blatant discrimination. And so it was an issue that I kept on top of, and when another opportunity came to join in some litigation relating to transgender healthcare benefits, I took that, and I think that's how I came to be one of the authors of this book. Under federal law, under the Federal Civil Rights Act, which is our big employment discrimination law that I work with typically, transgender status, such as it is not a protected characteristic explicitly. So plaintiffs have approached these cases by bringing claims under the sex discrimination prohibition. And so you do have to be creative. You do have to, as far as bringing the claims under state law, which is still kind of an uncharted territory right now. But federal claims, it's not explicitly recognized as in the statute as prohibited, but the issue is that you have to bring these claims under the sex discrimination provisions, and there's always that defense that this is not prohibited under federal law. So we do need to be a bit creative, and I think more and more courts across the country, including some federal courts of appeals, have recognized transgender rights as protected under Title VII. So that's been promising, and I'm sure that one of those cases will end up in the U.S. Supreme Court before long. This is an area of law that is not closed to people of transgender status anymore. I think that for a long time it was just assumed by at least employment attorneys that transgender individuals were not protected from discrimination based on that status or that class. And that's certainly trending the other way, and I think that attorneys should come away with this, come away from reading at least my section of the book, knowing that there is protection there, and that you need to take a little broader reading of Title VII and pay attention to what the federal courts are doing with this, because by and large they are protecting transgender individuals' rights.